UFC Perth, ULBERG versus Reyes took place a couple days ago. And yeah, this is just what I thought about the card, all the fights. Let's go through them. Let's see what we got here. Uh, First fight on the card, Loma Lookboonmee versus Alexia Darnara. I picked Alexia Darnara to win. I knew that she would be a bit too strong out there. Her grappling is a bit too good, and that's exactly what happened. They went out there, and Alexia was just a better grappler, and she did grapple her a lot to a decision. So I feel pretty good about this one. I will say this is again one of those cards, just like the UFC Noche one, man, where I got every single prelim right, every single prelim correct. And then as soon as the main card started, I started getting a couple wrong. But we will go through that. For some reason, prelims for me are just, I'm perfect. Nobody's better ever. I'll always get every prelim fight. You know what I'm saying? But when the main card hits, bro, it's just some unexpected shit happens, man. It's wild to me. But yeah, Alexia Darnara just kind of grappled her to a decision. Not much to really talk about. I think Alexia Darnara is going to be really good in this division. I think she's already going to be top. I think she's already top 5. She just has to prove it. That was loud. But yeah, moving on to Brando Perikic versus Alicia Ellison. This again was another easy one. I said Brando would win by TKO in round 1. I believe I said. Couldn't have called this any better. He got a performance of the night, so that's great. That's man, good for him, you know. UFC debut for both of them. But Brando really showed out, man, and I knew he would. You know, sometimes you just watch these guys' fights and you just know who's better, you know, and that's exactly what happened here. So yeah, man. I forgot what shot it was that put him down, because I'm recording this on Tuesday, an hour before the Contender Series, that I do want to watch. But I want to see real quick, man, if I could kind of find what happened here, so I could talk about the finish, because I kind of forgot what happened here. Here we go. Let's see if I can find this video real quick. Oh, dude, you know what it was, dude? Dude, the ground and pound was so damn nasty. He put him down, and then he went on for some ground and pound. And that ground and pound was so nasty, dude. He put him out and hit him like an extra 2 times. And the ref, and then the ref stepped in. But, dude, he put Alicia Ellison out so cold with the ground and pound. And then, dude gets on the mic in the post fight, and he like really starts bigging up Israel Adesanya, right? I'm like, yo, relax. But yeah, really good win, really good knockout for Brando. I can see him being a really good heavyweight, man. It doesn't take it. The bar for being a good heavyweight is so damn low. It's incredible. I see him being a good heavyweight. Moving on to Michelle Montego versus Luana Carolina. I knew that Michelle Montego would win, but I thought she would get another submission by rear naked choke. She got a decision win, man, and that's actually really good for her and her career, because it shows like, hey, all of my wins are finishes, but now you guys know that I can win a decision if I want to. She didn't slow down at all. She had the same energy and the same pace she did in round 3 that she did in round 1. And that is so impressive to me, especially when you've never had a decision in your life, to then go and have a decision and not only win the decision but look good during it. That's impressive, man. And Michelle Montego, before this fight, I was really bigging her up, saying that I think she's going to become like really good in this division and quite untouchable for some time. And it looks like that might come true, because she looked really good out there. She's just way too strong in the grappling. She throws women around, man, and I just see her throwing these other women around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can see this is the bantamweight division, so they are a bit stronger up there. But I mean, I think if you put Michelle Montego up against Juliana Pena now, I think she beats the shit out of Juliana Pena. I think she finishes her. You know. And I think if you put her up against like a Macy Chiasson, Macy Chiasson might win. I'm not sure. I need to see a bit more from her, but I really like her skill set. I think Michelle Montego is really good, and I do see her being a title challenger in the near future. So Moving on to Colby Thickness versus oh wait, I do want to actually mention. Luana Carolina did hurt Michelle Montego. I think she may have even dropped her. It's not listed as a knockdown here. And that could be either because A, she didn't drop her, or B, you know how the UFC gets with their stupid, with how stingy they are with crediting knockdowns. But I think it was in the beginning of round 2, I believe. She stung Michelle Montego with a shot, and at the very least put her down to a knee or something for a second. So that was a moment for Luana Carolina, but unfortunately she couldn't have any more moments, and she allowed Michelle Montego to take this with her wrestling. So, yeah. Moving on to Colby Thickness versus Josias Musasa. What did I want to say about this fight? Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm going to be honest, guys. I had Colby Thickness as my underdog of the week. So, as of now, I have 3 correct underdog of the weeks. So I'm starting to bring it back a little bit, but dude, both of these guys are so bad actually. Colby Thickness is actually pretty decent grappling wise. Like if Colby Thickness is on top, he has decent control and he does a lot of damage from those positions. But the striking, man, Colby, you have to do something about that striking, dude. Colby Thickness' striking is abysmal. Josias Musasa's isn't too much better, but he's at least got some real power behind his shots. Colby Thickness doesn't. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Colby Thickness, I don't think either of these guys looked good out there, because I don't really think either of these guys are good. I think both of these guys are pretty bad. Colby Thickness, though, he's like 23 or something, isn't he? So he's got some real time to improve, but man, you're in the UFC now. You might want to start making some adjustments now, you know? But he did look really good in the grappling at moments, especially in was it in round 1? Round 1, he got on top mount, and it was just raining down elbows and attempted submission. So I thought there was times where he was going to finish Josias Musasa, but he didn't finish. He didn't finish him. But I don't know. As far as Josias Musasa, I think he's going to get cut here soon, because I don't know if I can trust him to ever win a fight against anyone. And he'll most likely lose to his next opponent, and then he'll probably get cut. Colby Thickness is now 1-1 in the UFC, and he trains with City Kickboxing, Volkanovski, Adesanya, Dan Hooker, Carlos ULBERG, and all of those. So even if he has quite a bit of losses, they will probably let him stick around for a bit just to see. They'll probably give Colby Thickness extra chances if he doesn't start winning. But he might, with that team, he can improve. So I do believe we'll see Colby Thickness in the UFC for a long time, win or lose. But Josias, I don't think so. I think he's about on his way out of here. But Colby Thickness, he won, and I thought he did win. I saw a lot of people saying that they thought Josias Musasa won, and I think that's kind of retarded. I think Colby Thickness gets this fight easily if you know how to score fights. So Colby Thickness won. Wasn't the most impressive. They both looked very beatable, and I'm worried about both of them going forward. But hey, I'm happy. I got my underdog of the week, so I'm a happy man. Moving on to Jamie Mullarkey versus Rolando Bedoya. Another underdog of the week that I considered putting, and I would have been correct, because I knew Jamie Mullarkey was too good for Rolando Bedoya. People saw Jamie Mullarkey get chinned by, guys like Mauricio Huffy. I think he even got chinned by what's that one dude? Mohammed something. And then he beat Michael Johnson. Rolando Bedoya lost to Jai Herbert and those guys, and the level of competition just isn't the same. I knew that Jamie Mullarkey would be the better striker and grappler out there. He went out there looking like fucking Elite Taporia, dude. He went out there throwing hands. He was really starting to hurt Bedoya on the feet. I'm thinking, oh my God, Jim Mullarkey's about to knock him out. And then round 2 comes around, and then he starts grappling, dude, like fucking Aljamain Sterling. taking him down, getting his back, getting dominant position, landing shots from those positions. The first 2 rounds, Jamie Mullarkey was looking really good. And then he goes out there in the 3rd round, dude, and almost gets finished, dude. Oh, I was so nervous in round 3, dude, because Jamie Mullarkey started getting tagged up. Rolando Bordeaux started throwing haymakers and landing on the chin. And you knew about the chin of Jamie Mullarkey, man. He starts getting connected on, and he's wobbling, and he's falling back up against the cage. And now I'm standing up. I'm standing up, pacing around the room like, no, Jamie. I need to have an undefeated record on the prelims. You know what I'm saying? But he survives the 3rd round, 29-28, Jamie Mullarkey. It was a very entertaining fight. I'm happy, man. Jamie Mullarkey finally back in the win column. I got another W on my record. We're all happy. We're all happy. Moving on to Cam Rouston versus Andre Petroski. Guys, what did I tell you in my prediction video? I said that Andre Petroski cannot be trusted as an MMA fighter to win an MMA fight. I've been saying this. Andre Petroski is just not a good. He's not a good MMA fighter. He is a good grappler, and that is it. He's got no striking. He's got no power. He's got no fight IQ. He's got no chin. He is a grappler and nothing but. MMA is not the sport for him, and he's too weak. He's just too weak out there. And I knew that Cam Rouston only needed a few good shots, and he would put Andre Petroski out, and that's exactly what happened, man. Congratulations to Cam Rouston, and congratulations to me on a good pick, because I didn't know anybody that was picking Cam Rouston. Even MMA Guru didn't pick him, you know. And I'm over here like, dude, are y'all seriously picking Andre Petroski to win an MMA fight in 2025? This is ridiculous. So I went with Cam Rouston confidently, and he gets it done, man. He gets it done. Andre Petroski should probably get cut, man. I'm not even lying. But Cam Rouston. Oh, wait. You know what I'm just not realizing? I don't think Brando Parakick shouted out Adesanya at all. I think that was actually Cam Rouston. that did all that in the post fight. So yeah. But yeah, good win for Cam Rouston in his debut, putting down Andre Petroski like that. It's a real good debut, man. That's the kind of look you want in your debut. That's the kind of look you want, man. So, hell yeah. Although I don't think Cam Rouston's I don't think he is all that. So we'll see where he goes. Moving on to Navajo Sterling versus Rodolfo Bellato. Man, I really thought Sterling would be able to get a knockout here. I feel like Rodolfo Bellato, he's so open for a knockout, man. And Navajo Sterling kind of made it a war out there. Or Bellato made it a war. They were trading, man. Rodolfo Bellato looked a lot better than I thought he would, and I think that should fall on the fault of Navajo Sterling, man. You know, he's supposed to be the white Israel Adesanya out here. You know what I'm saying? Going out there, making a star of himself, and he can't even get a finish in the UFC. You know, Adesanya had finishes in the UFC up to this point, and he fought better competition. So Navajo Sterling is good. He is, but maybe a bit overrated as of right now. We'll see where he goes, but I feel like this should have been a knockoutable fight for him, finishable fight, I guess I should say. But he still looked good regardless. His short hooks are beautiful. They're money. They were landing all night. I believe even some head kicks were landing pretty nice. You know, Navajo Sterling ain't the fastest, but he does have some power. When he lands shots, you can see the steam that that he puts onto him. So, and he's undefeated. So, trains with a great gym, City Kickboxing, multiple champions, multiple title contenders. So, you know, good gym to be at, I guess. What else can I say? Rodolfo Bellato, he sucks. Let's be real here. Moving on to the main card. Tom Nolan versus Charlie Campbell. I was fairly confident in Charlie Campbell here. I thought that he would just be better. Because to be fair, I said that Tom Nolan was fragile. He is absolutely fragile. Charlie Campbell got a knockdown. Again, what I said earlier, there's no knockdowns listed because the UFC is stingy, but he did knock down Tom Nolan, and he hurt him really badly in the first round. But Tom Nolan weathered the storm, came back, and got a submission victory. Good for him, man. That was incredible. I will say, though, Tom Nolan is so fragile, man. And he's so open to be knocked out. You know, any capable lightweight, which I guess is not Charlie Campbell, like I thought, any capable lightweight, I think sleeps Nolan in the first round, you know, first 2 minutes, you know. I don't think he could ever be ranked, but we'll see. I think he's too fragile for that, but we'll see. Charlie Campbell, you really upset me and gave me my first L of the entire night, so you will always I'll always hold a bit of a grudge against you, no cap. But good win for Tom Nolan, man. He is well-rounded, and he does have submission games on top of the ability to knock people out. So, because he's good on the feet as well, especially on the back foot with his pull counters, and he's very lengthy, and he uses it. So, but his length helps him in the grappling too, because he can really wrap his arms around a submission, you know. So yeah, good performance and good win from Tom Nolan. Moving on to Jake Matthews versus Neil Magny. Now, this fight really pissed me off, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm only going to speak about this for a little bit. Jake Matthews is better. Like, he's clearly better. Like, we know that. But that's just what happens with Neil Magny. Neil Magny, I'm tired of Neil Magny getting his ass beat against everybody and then coming back for a last round finish to win it. Because I always pick against him. Because he always gets dominated before he ends up getting a finish. So I can never feel confident going with him. So I always pick against him. So I hate when he does that and proves my pick wrong. But I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to say this here. Regardless if the stoppage is good or bad, once a referee stops a fight, he should be able to no longer unstop the fight, right? If you think that the ref stopping the fight at the end of round 1 was a bad stoppage, that's fine. That's completely fine to think that that's a bad stoppage. But the fact is that the ref stopped it. Therefore, he should not be able to unstop it once he realizes that Neil Magny is fine. Because at the time what he was seeing, he stopped it. And Jake Matthews thought it was over, so he gets up. He adrenaline dumps. He's no longer in the fighting mood, while Neil Magny is. And they go back in the second round, and Jake Matthews still wins the second round. And then he goes third round. He's tired because he adrenaline dumped, and he's, you know, breathing a bit heavier, and he's making bad decisions in the fight because he's no longer really in fight mode. And then Neil Magny gets the submission finish. I think it was a terrible call by the referee. I think the referee should be fired because that is directly what the ref did directly led to the loss of Jake Matthews, and he directly interfered in the fight and pretty much changed the outcome. And I think that's wrong to do as a referee. So Jake Matthews is doing an appeal. I hope it works because I think he deserves it. But yeah, man. Yeah. Congratulations, Neil Magny, on another fucking win, dude. You're annoying ass, man. Crazy, bro. Can't believe he's still winning. Man. Moving on. That fight really pissed me off last Saturday. Jack Jenkins versus Ramon Taveros. I picked Jack Jenkins, and Jack Jenkins won. I knew he'd be better. I knew he'd be too good out there. Dude, Jack Jenkins is really good. He's got really good leg kicks. He's got really good boxing and striking. Ramon Taveros is okay, but he's mid. He doesn't do anything special. His boxing isn't anything crazy. His grappling isn't anything crazy. I believe he's never been finished, so his durability's kind of crazy. But other than that, you know, Ramon Taveros is just kind of a mid-level fighter, and Jack Jenkins gets through those fighters, you know. I would have liked to have seen a finish, but again, I believe Ramon Taveros has never been finished, so quite impressive by him. But yeah, man, very Very, very, very good performance here by Jack Jenkins. I see Jack Jenkins doing pretty well in this division. I think he's really good. I think pretty highly of him. So, yeah. I believe he also... Did he get a knockdown over Ramon Taveras? I believe he did. Or maybe I'm tripping. Moving on to Jimmy Crute, the co-main event. Jimmy Crute versus Ivan Arslan. Jimmy Crute wins by I don't know if you guys watch WWE or not. But he won with a Rusev type submission. I don't know if you guys know who Rusev is. I'm gonna show you this right here. The Alkalade. Look at this. This right here is what Jimmy Crute did right here. Crazy little Alkalade choke type thing that we've never seen in the UFC. Submits Ivan Arslan. Actually, you know what? I want to show you guys a tweet that I made because I couldn't have called this fight any better. Where is it at? I'm in a group chat on Twitter, and right before this fight, my boy UFC King said, "Who we got here, boys?" And then I said, "Easy Crute sub, first round." It's exactly what happened. It was a beautiful call by me, and yeah. Ivan Arslan's not that good, and Jimmy Crute isn't that good either. But here's the thing: if your grappling isn't really good, you probably just can't stop the grappling of Jimmy Crute. He's a very big, strong, capable grappler who's really good at just kind of bullying you. That's his grappling style. He's a bully, man. And if you can't stop yourself from getting absolutely bullied, you probably ain't gonna beat Jimmy Crute. And that's why he was never able to be successful against Alonzo Menifield. It's because Alonzo Menifield is ungrappleable. So, if Jimmy Crute fights anyone that's ungrappleable, he will always lose that fight, I believe. But Ivan Arslan is very grappleable. Jimmy Crute went out there, proved that, and submitted him. So, oh yeah. Moving on to the main event. Carlos ULBERG versus Dominic Reyes. I allowed myself to be blindsided by the Dominic Reyes comeback story, and I did pick him to win this fight, even though deep down, I didn't want to admit it, but deep down I was like, man, Carlos ULBERG is probably going to win it. But, you know, Carlos ULBERG won by very vicious knockout in the first round. Clean, crisp 1-2 down the pipe, puts Reyes out. Man, it was so tough to see, man, because I was pacing around the room, nervous, waiting for it to happen, and once it did, I was just like, yep, there it was. I knew it was going to fucking happen. So, very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But Carlos ULBERG is good, man. People forget, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I bet you Carlos ULBERG beats Magomed Ankalaev. I do think that. So, I do think Magomed Ankalaev is gonna beat Pereira, and then I think Carlos ULBERG might beat Magomed Ankalaev. But we'll save that for another prediction video. But this was beautiful, man. This was a beautiful knockout and a beautiful, beautiful performance. I think Dominic Reyes should go up against somebody like Johnny Walker or something now. Because ULBERG, I think Carlos ULBERG should, he's next for the belt. There's no doubt about it. So, if Pereira wins, Magomed Ankalaev does not deserve an instant rematch because he has 0 title defenses. And then we should see ULBERG versus Pereira. If Ankalaev wins, this is Pereira's instant rematch. So he no longer gets a rematch and we get ULBERG versus Ankalaev. I think that's how it goes. That's how it should only go. But, yeah, this is a really nasty performance by Carlos ULBERG. Dana White Contender Series is about to start, so I'm going to get off of here, edit this video, and then watch it. But, yeah, man, Carlos ULBERG, he's really good, man. He's really good. And I should have picked him here because, it was, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sorry, Dominic Reyes. Listen, guys, I was there in person and live at UFC Louisville to watch the comeback story of Dominic Reyes begin. So I'll always have that. But anyways, I'm about to hop off here. Appreciate you guys for sticking and listening. 25 minutes almost. A bit short, but I am rushing doing a bit. But yeah, man. I'm gonna wait till it gets right to 25 and then I'll stop the video. Bye.